Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is GareTheBear, and I'm back to you guys again with a brand new video. Today's video, we're going back at the 3,000 Questions About Me book, episode 2. We're going to questions 21 through 40, 20 more questions for today's episode. Before we get going into today's video, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, be sure to do that. Leave a like on the video. If you subscribe to the channel, we will be one subscriber closer to 500, and that's the goal for the month of November. And if we can get that, we just push past it. We push past it to 550, 600, 700. We're trying to get to 1,000 as soon as possible. So without further ado, guys, let's hop right into today's video. Alright, so the first question is, what do you regard as the lowest depth of misery? That's a very good question to start the video off. I don't really know, to be honest with you. The lowest depth of misery, I feel like, would be thinking about like self-harm. Like if you're so miserable to the point where you feel like the only solution is to harm yourself, then I feel like that's about as low as it can go. If not harming other people, like any sort of physical harm or emotional harm towards yourself or somebody else, I feel like that can be as low as it gets. Let me know what you think in the comments. Each question, play along in the comments. Like, let me know what you think to each question. Like, let's talk about it. Number 22, what is your favorite occupation? Like the favorite, I like YouTube. YouTube's cool. That's my dream to make it a job. So that would be obviously my favorite is the one I'm doing. So I really enjoy YouTube. Being able to make money at it would just be the best thing ever. And like live off of doing what I love. Like, that's the dream. What is your most marked characteristic? I don't know. I don't think a lot of people think I'm funny. Like, I try to be, but I feel like a lot of people think I'm funny. And then, like, kind of, like, just general nice, I guess. I don't know. What do you most value in your friends? My friends are always there for me. They're right there. I can always talk to them. If I need somebody to talk to, I can always just go to them, have a laugh, they're always there. And that means the absolute world, is that I can just have people there all the time. Like, regardless if it's my sister, Maddie, any of the boys, like, just anything. Like, any person that I'm a friend of, they're always there to talk to or just anything. So, the thing I value most is that they're always there. Who are your favorite writers? To be perfectly honest, I'm not much of a reader to begin with, but like back in the day, like elementary school, I'd always read the Diary of the Wimpy Kid books, Captain Underpants books, like Dave Pilkey, Jeff Kinney, like those guys, like those are, they kind of like got me to read at all. Like if those books weren't there, it's likely I wouldn't have read much of anything. Who is your hero of fiction? I guess it's referring to like superheroes? I don't know. Or just like fiction books in general, or just fiction things. Like who is somebody who's not actually real that you kind of like idolize? I tend to not really idolize people. I don't know. I feel like if it's a fictional character, it'd be like, I genuinely have no idea. Which historical figure do you most identify with? Historical figure? Yeah, that's another, I don't know. I can't really answer that. Who are your heroes in real life? Definitely my dad, my parents, my mom. They're just... I wouldn't be the person I am today if it wasn't for them. For sure, them, number one. Chloe, obviously, like, she's like my best friend. Again, without my immediate family, mom, dad, Chloe, like, I would be not at all the person I am right now. Like, there is no way I would be GareTheBear or just who I am as an individual in real life without them. I would not be who I am as a person or doing what I'm doing or have the drive to do what I'm doing without those 3 specific people influencing my life every single day of my life. What are your favorite names? I think Garrett's a pretty cool name. I've heard a lot of like things I've seen on like TikTok and stuff that people say Garrett's not a really cool boy name. And I seriously, I beg to differ. I think it's pretty cool. I don't know, there's a lot of really cool, unique names out there. What is it that you most dislike? Just in general, I hate losing, but in the grand scheme, losing is how you win, Like, you can never win in life if you haven't lost. You always have to go through downs to get to the ups. In regards to, like, competition, like, sports, I hate losing. Like, losing games, losing competitions. Like, in basketball, like, I would always be the one, like, trying to go for the ball every time. Or, like, even playing with my friends in basketball, like, I would always try to win and, like, go extremely hard, even though if it wasn't, like, the most hard or intense situation. I'd always just try to be the best. Again, in life, losing is part of the process. It's how you win. You gotta lose to win. They go hand in hand. What is your greatest regret? Not like nothing too big. I obviously like don't regret, like I don't regret what I've done in my life just because it's how it shaped what I am doing today and who I am. But like on a smaller scale, in high school, I really wish I would have done a couple things differently. Like I would have, instead of playing baseball my freshman and sophomore year, I would have played tennis all 4 years instead of just the last 2. And then I would have joined a choir or something, done more musical things. In life, as a whole, I don't really regret much of anything. How would you like to die? I would honestly just just die of an old age around family and friends, like that kind of thing. Like you always hear people dying at the ripe old age of like 99 or something, that's how I would like to do it. Because I want to live as much as possible while doing as much as possible and contributing to the world as much as possible. What is your motto? There's a quote that's resonated with me for many, many years by Kevin Durant. It's hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. Which basically that means if you're talented and you don't work hard, then you're gonna get beat by the person who's not as talented but works so much harder than you. So like if you aren't in a certain position to be successful, but you work hard to put yourself in the right positions and you just work harder and outwork and you just out hustle everybody, eventually you'll be the one on top. And the people that have it all and don't really work for more and work for it and work to maintain it, they'll end up slipping. Do you like watching reruns? Yes. Have you ever won any kind of contest yourself? You know, I'm not really sure. I don't do a lot of contest winning. I'm more of like winning one-on-one basketball games or winning, like, I don't know. I don't think I have. I don't really know, to be honest with you, but as of right now, I don't think I have. What gives you cheap thrills? Well, one of the things that gives me cheap thrills is like eating junk food, like candy like that. Like that's so good in the moment, but then like in the grand scheme, it's like not good for your health. But in the moment, in the you know, the cheap aspect of it, it's super nice and it feels really good. What do you think is worth waiting for? Literally anything. If you want it bad enough, if there's something in life you want bad enough, you can wait for it. But like, I don't like the term waiting for it because like, if you want it so bad, you don't want to have to wait for it. You want to go out and get it. So like, I feel like waiting for it isn't exactly the right way to put it. I would say it would be worth working for and putting time into. It's not like you're spending the same amount of time, but you're doing things and actively doing things to achieve a goal. So I just feel like I would work for a lot of things. Are you an organ donor? If so, why or why not? I think I am. Let me look. I don't remember if I am or not. I remember when I got my license when I was 16, they said, you want to be it? And I said no. But then I got it renewed at 18 and I did say yes. Because at 16, I didn't really know like what I was signing up for. So I was like, yeah, no. But then like 18, got it renewed and then I changed it. So I am indeed an organ donor. Why? Because if I'm dead in a car accident, I'm not going to use them. So like, somebody else can have it. I don't care. What good is it doing me as dead? It could do somebody, it could save somebody's life if I'm not using it, so. Should parenting classes be mandatory for new parents? That depends. I mean, I feel like sometimes people go into it having no clue and like not having any prior knowledge themselves. So it could be good for some people, but some other people could be like, waiting for it and like thinking about it and like reading on it and doing personal searches and like individual like research and learning on their own. So the classes wouldn't be as necessary for them. So I feel like it just depends on your situation for sure. But no, I don't really think it needs to be mandatory because there'd be some people that have done a lot more research, so that would be just a waste of time. And the final question for today's video, this one's gone by a lot faster than the first one. I just kind of like went through all the questions a lot quicker, I think. But what is the number one thing people are always asking you for help with? Without a doubt, people are asking me how I make thumbnails, how I do videos, how I edit them, how I record them, what I use, yada, yada, yada. And here, I'm just gonna put it to rest right here, right now. I don't know what the cameras are called. Let me look. What I'm using to record this video right now is a Canon, it's like an R800 Vixia 8HF R800 HD. This is what I'm using right now. To edit my videos, I use Adobe Premiere Elements. How do I do it? People are asking me, how have you done these edits? How do you get good at editing? How do you do this, that, and the other thing? I literally, if you go back to like my third video on, I started editing with this program on my third video. It was garbage. And as you see, each video gets a little bit better. I learn a new technique or a new little trick. Every single video gets a little bit better every single time. So you can't just boom, be good at it, or boom, learn how to do it. You start with some base knowledge, basically learning how to click a mouse and scroll on a screen, drag and drop, that kind of thing. As long as you know the basics, you can take that knowledge, put it into what you're doing, learn from there, build it, and self-teach. It's hard for people to like answer that question if you ask like, oh, what do you do to edit your videos? How do you do this? How do you do that? It's nearly impossible to answer that question because there is no answer. Besides, all I did to learn it was just do it. I did it, I perfected, I trialed and errored 100 videos or so. I'm still learning new things as far as editing. That's just how I do it. I just have learned throughout time. And as far as thumbnail making goes, there's a couple apps on my phone I use, but I'm trying to get away from that. I want to download Photoshop soon so I can like do it like on a computer. That way it's all kind of in the same place and it's a higher quality image. If you're just trying to get on YouTube, really just do it. The number one thing keeping people from putting out content and that kind of thing is their own mind. Everybody's too scared, or they're worried people think, or they just don't have confidence in themselves. But at the end of the day, all you gotta do is sit in front of a camera and talk about something you're passionate about, or just provide value to people. And the editing and the thumbnails, all that comes with practice and time. But the number one thing you need to do is just put out valuable content to people. So at the end of the day, that's all they're after. They're not after a video with a cool thumbnail, because you can have a cool thumbnail but crappy content. Therefore, the thumbnail is worthless because the content itself behind the thumbnail, it means nothing. So as long as you have quality content in front of the camera, then everything else going on will come after that. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, be sure to leave a like. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts were. If you're liking the series of the 30,000 questions book, let me know what you want to see next on the channel. Comment if you enjoyed any of these questions questions, like if you want to talk about one of the questions, elaborate on one, or whatever, just let me know in the comments any of your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We are on the road to 500 subscribers, only 3 away as of recording this, and once we hit that, the official road to 1,000 starts. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This has been GareTheBear. I thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys again next time.